This is Ben Proco with the Dirt in Your Shoe Duathlon and Adventure Race. I'm going to go through some of the stuff you might want to know for the race for this 2023 edition. So let's go ahead and just get started. All right, parking. That will be at Magnolia Hill Ranch. You'll see after you kind of zigzag through just a little ways, there'll be some parking to the right, and then this will be blocked off. Don't go past that, and then you'll get to see the hill heading up to a transition, and this is where your KOM hill is. Also, if you do happen to decide to ride your bike, which is totally fine, just make sure you have your helmet on because you can get disqualified per the USA Triathlon rules. All right, so the race schedule. We first have a Friday coming up here. The packet pickup at Northwest Cycling Center. That's off Jones Road. You can see their address on our website where it says packet pickup. But that's at Jones and 290, and that's from noon till 5:50. Saturday, you can see our schedule there. This is for the adventure race and for the duathlon if you're coming to pre-ride or pick up your packet. So packet pickup and pre-riding starts at noon. We're going to wrap up that packet pickup at 4 o'clock, and we'd like you to be done with any pre-riding or running by 5 if you decide to do that. Race day for the duathlon Sunday. Similar schedule. And I forgot with the adventure race. This will be you can pick up your pack-up race morning for the adventure race, so you can do that from 7 till around 8:10. I would recommend probably getting there at least by 7:30 to kind of orient yourself and get everything set up. And then back to the duathlon, you'll have a transition closing. We'll have about 10-15 minutes before race start closing. Transitions right by the start, and you'll see that in a second. And we'll shoot for having the awards at 10:30. The Adventure Race Awards will be as soon as we get our 3 teams in for that. All right, we got some cool challenges this week. First one is our Adventure Race Team Challenge. You can see more of that on our website, and that's just going to take some of your team's top scores for each category, male, female, and co-ed. Then we have our duathlon KOM. These will be Strava segments. You can see them if you explore the ranch. The bike segment is called the Driveway KOM, and a run segment is the Dirt in Your Shoe Do Run KOM Sprint. So if you happen to be the fastest one on that day, you can get a gift card. We'll have for the run segment, we have a gift card to the Good Times Running Company, and for the bike segment, it is for Northwest Cycling Centers where our packet pickup is. So just make sure you're going to have it loaded after the race. So make sure you have a way to get that loaded into Strava so we could see that, because that's what we're going to be going by, is looking at the Strava KOM, and it's just for that day. You don't have to take like the overall KOM, because I know that the guy who has that bike segment's really fast. And then our last challenge is the King and Queen of Magnolia Hill. We're going to take the fastest male and female with the combined times of the duathlon and adventure race. The only caveat to that is if you are going for this, you must be on a team for the adventure race. So you can't be doing it as a solo and be eligible, because there's just with adventure racing, there is that team dynamic for it. So those are kind of the extra weekend challenges we've added for this week. All right, and then here are the run and bike segment KOMs. You can see the run. It's right near the beginning, and you can go for these KOMs on either lap. You run this. You do a run on the first lap. I mean, your first one for the duathlon is a run, and then you finish with a run. So you can go for it either time. I believe the person who won it a couple years ago did it on their second run, and they were just straight shooting for that. They didn't care about anything else on the race, which was kind of funny they got that. And then the bike, again, you can do it the first or second lap, and you can see it's pretty much just uphill the whole way. And because I have to make this segment at least a certain length, it kind of finishes right about as you pass by the house after the right turn. All right, so where is everything? All right, here's that road you were coming in from this is that part of that driveway KOM right here. And packet pickup, we usually have that somewhere around here in the morning near transition. This is where your race is going to start. Big thing, orient yourself. Just quickly take a second and see, hey, where's the race start? First lap of the run comes in through here, while when you're doing your second run, you're going to take a left turn up to the finish. We usually block this off, but just something you want to keep in mind. First run goes in here, then you do 2 laps on the bike. When you do your second lap, stay left. Shouldn't be many people really coming in from the run at that point. It should be pretty clear going through here. With the triathlon, we sometimes get a little bit of a traffic still coming out. But since everyone will be starting together, this should be pretty easy for you. But you're going to do 2 laps of the bike course, and then when you do the bike course finish, you'll come in here. Just make sure you look for the mount and dismount line. You can't just get your bike off the rack and start riding it in transition. There'll be a line somewhere around here and here where you can get on your bike, and then here where you're going to have to get off your bike. So let's go ahead and take a look at the run course. Again, the run starts here. It's gonna be super easy. Pretty wide trails. There's like some little trails that go off. I usually mark those so you don't go off on them, but you're not gonna take some tiny random trail off the course here. Well, water station about halfway through. Go around, you get to go along the lake here. A little spot that one of our pictures is in our promo, with a guy running up the hill on the left side. That's right around here. You can see it's a pretty steep incline right away. Then run around, and here's where you're going to have to pay attention. This is where a run bike split is. You're just going to stay to the right and take the shoreline, and then if you're doing the first lap, go into transition. If you're finishing up the race, take a left, go up the hill. Bike course. When I was talking about that run bike split, that is right here. You can see the bikes will go to the left towards the end of the run course. I have another video that talks a little bit more in depth on the run course or the bike course. So if you want to watch that one, it's based on last year's race, but it's pretty much the same course. The only thing that's different, and this map, I didn't update this, but transitions just on this side here. So you got to see that in kind of where's everything at. So that's the only difference. Transition going to be over here. Makes everything a little bit easier for everyone. But yeah, this is the bike course. And again, I talk about it, but probably the most technical sections are first this little downhill. You're going to want to stay right. It's a little bit sandy. Again, nothing like major, nothing considered like technical by mountain bike standards, but just something to be aware of. And then, there's a couple bridges in here. Again, nothing crazy, but just something to be aware of. And if you want a little bit more information on this, check out the bike course talk that was in this email. And the bike course is sponsored by Bike Mining Guru, awesome mechanic. He comes to you instead of you dropping your bike off somewhere for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. He'll come to you, get it taken care of nice and quickly, and get you back rolling. This is just a heat map of the course, so it kind of gives you an idea of the different speeds, the red being faster speeds. See, obviously a little bit slower here going up the driveway. And that just gives you an idea of whether it's one uphill or downhill, but also if it's technical or not. So when you see these purple sections in here, you can tell that either I had to slow down for something or something else there. And then you can see a lot of these spots are pretty fast. It's a pretty fast course. I've had people average close to 15 miles an hour on this course on a mountain bike. All right, so here's some of the big things that are different with off-road bike races. Off-road triathlons, gravel races, they do not have a no drafting rule. So someone can technically draft off of you, and there's no penalty for that. Of course, have your teeth covered in mud is another issue you might have to worry about. But there is no drafting rule, so you can draft someone. But one of the kind of general etiquette things is that you're not abandoning your race. So you're not just like, helping someone out and abandoning your racing ambitions just to have someone draft off you. That's kind of where that rule comes into play. We've never had an issue with it, but it's just something to make people aware of. And also the other one is you can pass on either side, the left side or right side, because we're not on roads where normal road etiquette is supposed to happen, where you pass on the left. And slower traffic to the right. That's what you normally have with a road triathlon. That's not the case here because sometimes it's easier to pass on one side or the other. And the best way to do that is with the next one. Just communicate. If you hear someone who's faster coming up behind you, sometimes seeing if, hey, do you want to get by? Something quick like that, let them by. The quicker you can make the pass, the better. And really, there's only a couple of spots that are tough to pass. The rest of this course is pretty wide open. And if you do happen to have anyone getting lapped, it's usually going to happen on the much wider open areas. And again, just let someone know when you're passing, call it out, and make it obvious for them. It really just helps keep everyone safe. Or passing on your left, passing on your right, passing on the inside, passing on the outside. Just be smart with what you're doing. The whole idea of here is to have fun with everything. Again, we've had very few issues with this. The only time I've had a few people come up like, oh, someone passed me on the right, and I just have to let them know, like, hey, that's part of how these races are. That is okay if they do that. And again, I just say, let people kind of know what's going on around you. All right, some of our awesome sponsors. Again, we talked about Bike Minded, Quality of Life Medical Center. They're over in that Montgomery County, Woodlands, Conroe area. Definitely check them out. They're getting you some ice packs. TriFit XT, that's not only races, but we're a coaching company as well. Hammer Nutrition, some good stuff. Great nutrition products. We'll have some of their stuff out there. Texas Hammer Adventure Racing. I can give you guys more information on all these races on the bottom. These are a lot of great races. Locally owned, Texas owned. So I definitely check them out. Bayou City Tri Series. Texas City has a tri now that Aaron Palligan's putting on. So again, take a little bit of time, check out these other races. Support the local races around here. A race that's actually coming up is right here in the middle in March will be the Angry Otter. So again, that'd be a cool adventure race to check out. So I hope this was helpful. I tried to speed through here. My goal is to always have these done in 15 minutes or less. And I say, main thing I want you to do, I want to make memories for you, make sure you have fun out there, and look forward to seeing you this weekend.